Okay, so if you've been living under a rock, you would not know about the Sonic Frontiers Update 3 release. Now, there's a lot of mixed perception across the Sonic community, but to me, this thing is complete fire. I love it. It is probably in the S tier for me. Sonic Frontiers originally was an A tier, but because of update 3, it's now an S. Also, if I sound ill in the recording of this video, it's because I am ill. Um I think I'm ill. I have a blocked nose, so okay, so today we will be discussing all of the different features within the Sonic Frontiers update, whether that's cyberspace or the playable characters, or whether it's Sonic's gameplay, or the towers, or even the final battle. Now, this will have spoilers inside of the video, so if you have not played through the update yet, I really, I persuade you to play that first, okay? Just do not watch this until you have actually played through the update. Alright, so starting off with the playable characters. So we have 3 different playable characters in this update: Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. All having their different controls and mechanics. All of them are boring at first, but you can get a lot better with them. So let's start with Amy, the first character that you play as. You start off with a really underpowered Amy, and you're just running around with barely any attacks, and you're thinking, wow, this sucks. And then around the map, you might see some different Coco with backpacks with a ring around them. If it's a yellow ring, that means it's for Tails. If it's a red ring, it's for Knuckles. If it's a purple ring or pink, it is for Amy. Now, get all the purple rings around the Coco, and you can level up fast. You get so much skill points. You can just upgrade her, get her Psyloop, get her attacks, get everything. Get her card swipe, get her like hover abilities. It is insane. So, next is Tails. Same thing happens here. Get the stuff, get everything, and he has his Cyclone ability, which allows him to fly, but with the Cyclone ability, you do use up your boost gauge. So if you just get a infinite boost, you can just glide everywhere. And on the final mission for Tails, in the second part of the game, you might see that you need to get a Chaos Emerald that is completely up in the sky. Yeah, it's very annoying, but let me quickly show you guys what this is all about. So you just need to um, get your Cyclone ability, get infinite boost, and then just fly up there. Completely cheesed the entire thing. I I don't even know how it works, but it just does. So yeah, it is completely broken. So yeah, I think Tails is very overpowered, but the only thing that's bad about him is that he does not have a homing attack. Very controversial statement right there, but I think most people would say that Tails should have had an homing attack. But you know, I think it is also fair because we have seen Tails without a homing attack, like in SA1. So, I mean, honestly, I couldn't care less. I didn't really spend much time as Tails. But yeah, I feel like it would have been a bit helpful in order to have the homing attack. Okay, now next on to Knuckles. So Knuckles is he's good. some of his objectives in the game are very strange. He has to go around finding some Coco things that he needs to punch, and then he does something to it. I forgot what they're called. I played the update like a week ago, so it's already out of my mind. Yeah, he needs to do some of that, and then after he does 2 of those, he gets the Chaos Emerald. So yeah, I know that he has to do that. And one of the places I found it to be very annoying. You basically just had to climb up a wall, but if you didn't have the Sign Knuckle, you couldn't complete it because you needed to use Sign Knuckle on all of the purple treasure chest things, which I'll come across in a minute. Anyways, let's actually go on to Sonic now, because Sonic is he's the same, except some of the things that he has to do is kind of tedious. So if you guys have played the game only up, you would know that it's like an obstacle course that you just need to go up, and if you fail, you wish that you could just jump off of a bridge. You know, like that's how much rage you get. Think about that, but you have all of the Sonic Frontiers controls, and if you fail, you're just gonna have to do it all over again. Or if you're lucky, you can save yourself, but yeah, there's not a big chance of you doing that. Anyway, all of the trials, the first one's easy, the second one is this one got me. So you basically just have to stay away from the enemies, wait for them to do their boomerang attack, homing attack, and then like parry their boomerangs over and over again until you beat the enemy. It's a bad explanation, but that's basically how I thought of it. It's not a very great one. Alright, so third is a easy one. Fourth is an easy one where you just beat one guardian. And then the fifth one, oh boy. So basically the fifth one is the first time that you actually use perfect parry. And perfect parry is an attack where you have to so imagine normal parry, right? But instead of being able to wait for a few seconds, you can't wait. You have to do it like 1 second before it gets there. It's so annoying. Like, I had to switch to easy mode because I am not good at perfect parrying. Like, I literally couldn't do it because of the perfect parry. It was just too hard. So I had to do it on easy mode, which still took me an hour because Wyvern kept on bullying me. Like, why? Why, Wyvern? You didn't have to bully me. You didn't do it on A-Res, so why are you doing it now? And then after you complete the fifth trial, the Master King Coco's trial, you unlock the final battle, which I will get onto in a sec. But first, let's talk about something else, which is cyberspace. Okay, so cyberspace is something. It's a mixed bag. It is a lot different to what we've seen before. Now, if you went into a cyberspace level thinking, oh, this is going to be fine, it's going to just be like normal Frontiers cyberspace, you'd be wrong. You'd be very wrong. Cyberspace in this game, well, in this island, is weird. You need to get either the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 mechanic from, I think it was Sonic Lost World and Sonic Forces. And then you have to get, like, flickies and bring them to a circle and, like, basically drop them off. That's another one of your activities. You've got the silver moons, and then you've got the hidden goal. No S rank. You don't need an S rank. You can get an S rank, but you don't need it. And that really confuses me. So yeah, I mean it's fine. It's not amazing, but yeah, it's a lot different. And then the cyberspace stages themselves, you've got a lot of them. You've got races, you've got like all over the place stages, and you've got even more races. You've just got some of the strangest stages ever. Like most of them are just all over the place. You don't even know where you're going, and it is crazy. But honestly, the one that I played, it was a chemical plant one. It was fine. It wasn't the best, but I mean, I did kind of like that they didn't want to go for old cyberspace approach. Oh yeah, I actually forgot about one. It is the like flame boost, like the one where you have to boost into a weird green jar and then you like get set on fire and then you can just boost into enemies. Like I find that cool because it's a gimmick where obviously in Sonic Frontiers you can't boost into enemies like the old games, like the old boosts. Like in here you need to actually find one of those in order to do that. So I find that a bit better from a Frontiers standard, but if we're talking about a game like Generations or Forces doing that mechanic, I wouldn't like it as much. So I'll let it off because it's Sonic Frontiers and it actually works there. So yeah. Okay, so before I go into the final battle, I'm actually gonna talk about the story. So the story of this update is that um, Sage gives Sonic some like power to neutralize his um, like cyber corruption, and then he tells like Knuckles, Tails, and Amy to go and find the Chaos Emeralds, which is what they do. And the three of them don't find any Chaos Emeralds until they realize that the Chaos Emeralds are in different vaults than before. And they have to do like different platformings. Like Amy has to find the Coco, like the Elder Coco and the Hermit Coco. Knuckles has to. Oh yeah, Knuckles has to beat up impact forms, and Tails needs to find some weird code thing, like the tablet Coco, and then that unlocks the Chaos Emeralds, and you have to get 3 Chaos Emeralds with them. Then you switch to Sonic, do some trials, and then once you do the 4th trial, you switch back to the playable characters again, and then you get more Chaos Emeralds, so basically a rinse and repeat, and then you switch back to Sonic to do the final trial. And then, after you do the final trial, it comes to the end. You've been given the new power by the Master King Coco, and you're left there thinking, well, what is it? What is the power? I'll tell you in a minute. So, Sonic runs through Rano's Island looking for his friends, while Sage shows up beside him. So, she finds out that he was successful, and Sonic finds his friends. His friends give him the Chaos Emeralds, with Eggman giving him one too. He turns into Super Sonic, and then wait a minute, I've seen this boss before. Oh wait, yeah, Supreme. Yeah, we've got to beat this guy first. Okay, and then after we beat Supreme, we actually see the end come down to whatever planet they're on, and they kind of like plugs itself into Supreme, and then Supreme does some kind of like Dark Gaia transformation, and Sonic has to beat the plug basically, but Super Sonic isn't powerful enough to do that. So after he gets hit a few times, his power actually comes to him, and he transforms into a new version of Supersonic where, wait a minute, the perfect parry again. Oh my gosh, why? Okay, yeah, the perfect parry is back, and we have to use the perfect parry on the orbs. So, I mean, I guess that's fine. I would have liked something better, but not my decision. But anyway, we have to unplug the thing that the end put inside of Supreme, and then we basically beat him up. And then when he starts to lay on the floor, you can actually side loop the gun, and then the gun shoots out, and then Sonic side loops the gun again, and Eggman catches it, and then Supreme gets the plug back in, and then he starts like shooting some lasers. Huh? And then he starts shooting some lasers. And then it's weird because, like, Sage just goes, creates a barrier, and basically that's it. But Sage isn't powerful enough to create the barrier that is stable enough. So Sonic's friends come along, they all use their powers, their cyber powers, and they neutralize the barrier. All fine. So, next, Sonic unplugs it again, and then the second phase is insane. We get Kenan Quinn on the microphone singing I'm Here, and yeah, it's insane. We unplug the thing again, then Supreme will start like moving its legs and start like going crazy. Basically, what you need to do is you need to get to his back and then parry. And then you can get close to his face, and then we get some insane cutscene, right? We get Sonic, like, Supreme goes to Sonic. Sonic looks at him with a side eye, and then we get some crazy, like, swipes on the screen, like anime style. Like, absolutely raw stuff. It is insane. And then we just see Sonic staring down at Supreme. It is insane. Oh yeah, if you side loop Supreme and then you wait long enough, Sonic will actually snap his fingers, and then like Supreme will go down. Okay, so the next bit. So if you see Supreme making a orb of death, you need to know if you have 100 rings or not. If you have less than 100 rings, you're dead. You are dead. You're not going to make it through. But if you have more than 100 rings, you are completely fine. You'll lose you'll lose a lot of rings, and you'll be stuck at 100, and the clock will be ticking down from the time that you get back into gameplay. So Sonic actually loses his power, turns into Supersonic, and then after a while, he actually loses his super form too. He gets beaten the hell out of, and then in the distance, after the orb has exploded, we see Supersonic. We see Sonic in the air with the Chaos Emeralds floating around him, and then he transforms into Supersonic. It is absolutely insane. And then you need to go and beat up Supreme again because you got the power again. And after that, when you get to none of his health, you got to do 2 quick time events, and then we'll have the final cutscene. And let me quickly show you it real quick.
Sonic, it's now or never! Sorry, Master King. Looks like I'm going all out after all.
There we go. Cyber corruption. Look at him. He's all beat up. Dang. But he's still in his super form. I don't think we've ever really seen Supersonic being that beaten up before. It is absolutely insane how beaten up he was. And then Sonic floats back down to Earth, just like Sonic Unleashed.
Look, there he is.
Wow. Look,
You did
Sage is
well,
alive.
Sage,
She
It's time
didn't
to head
die
home.
this time.
dear daughter.
Home. I like the sound of that,
And she doesn't change to red.
Father.
Yep. So yeah, basically, it's all happy ending. Everyone's alive. Nobody really died. And yeah, everyone was really saved. Then we have the credits where we hear I forgot what the song is called. Um yeah, I'll have to quickly just find out how to I'll just have to find out what it is. So yeah. It is pretty insane, this update, and I think it was the best update by far of the game. I don't understand why people thought that this update was going to be and was bad, because I absolutely loved it. So yeah, it was something. It was a good update. Honestly, I think it was a 9 out of 10 update. It's just some of the tedious platforming and trials was very just annoying, and that was the only reason why it had a 9 and not a 10. So yeah, thanks for tuning into the video. If you guys liked it, please subscribe, and also like the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and of course, keep on playing the game, and I'll see you in the next one.